Sup guys, I'm the world's best Spanish coach. I put lessons exclusively on Medify. So if you want a galaxy brain like me, click the link in the description and sign up to learn from a goddamn Chad. Sup guys, so for today's video, I just wanted to talk about all the Pikmin colors for Olimar and what they do, because I noticed that somehow, despite this game being 3 years old, people don't know what all the Pikmin colors do. Like, people be like, oh, what does this do? Oh, I didn't know that Pikmin does this. So that's the point of today's video. Starting off, we got red Pikmin. This is kind of an average Olimar Pikmin, well, Alpha in this case. It has average hitboxes, it has average health. The thing about red Pikmin is it is immune to fire attacks, so it doesn't take damage from fire attacks. And sometimes it goes through like fire attacks. I honestly don't know how elemental properties interact with like elemental moves, because it's like kind of an inconsistent interaction. And also, it does more damage on smashes and aerials, making it better for killing as well. But really, the damage output on red Pikmin is just really nice, as you can see right there. And it kills decently well. And finally, red Pikmin have less damage on throws, which means you actually get bigger combo windows. Your combos also technically start later with red Pikmin, but honestly, that's almost never relevant. But it means you can do things like down throw, up smash on pretty much the entire cast with a red Pikmin. And even things like down throw bear work at pretty high percents with Olimar with the red Pikmin. Well, red Pikmin aren't particularly great. You're gonna see a lot of Olimar players probably opt to get rid of them at some point if they have like free time to, or at least they don't care much about them. It is still pretty scary Pikmin, and especially at low percents, especially when the Olimar something like red purple, the down throw combos can be devastating off red Pikmin. And then certain matchups like Snake, the fire immunity can be really important. Next up, we have yellow Pikmin. Yellow Pikmin are absurd. Probably second best Pikmin. It's either that or white, but I give it to yellow, honestly. The thing about yellow Pikmin is they have bigger hitboxes than the Pikmin. Especially with the downer. The yellow downer is massive. Absolutely gargantuan hitbox in the yellow downer. But all the Pikmin hitboxes on yellows, besides grab, are pretty big. This makes them really good for spacing, for combo extensions and starters, 2 frames, ledge traps, really, you name it, yellow Pikmin is so good at it. In fact, yellow Pikmin like down smash is such a good ledge trap tool. Yellow Pikmin forward smash, insane. Now also, yellow Pikmin have, because of the electric property, more hit stun on attacks, meaning you can actually combo a little bit easier with yellow Pikmin than other Pikmin when you're hitting the yellow attacks, which is pretty relevant actually. There's like a lot of situations where something will barely combo because of yellow Pikmin, or even doesn't combo because the extra hit stun, you can like pressure people in ways other Pikmin don't allow. And also for shield safety, even though yellow Pikmin do average damage on aerial smashes and throws, because of the electric property, they're safer on shield than you would think. Pretty busted Pikmin, also immune to electric damage, really relevant for Pikachu. Pikachu like can't kill yellow Pikmin with neutral air. Actually absurd in the matchup. Also, the Pikmin throw arc is higher up than the other Pikmin. It doesn't really matter too much, but sometimes you might be able to like anti-air someone with this, where it's like you see them jumping, and where like say red Pikmin might whiff, yellow Pikmin, because the higher arc hits them. You can also go over certain moves, which sometimes is good, but sometimes you want to block a projectile and they throw yellow and it goes over the projectile. A good Olimar player is just kind of like know how to manipulate the arcs anyway, it's not that big of a deal. Next up, we got the blue. I think everyone should know what blue does. Very, very powerful throws. High damage on throws also means you kill very early with blue Pikmin, up throw in particular. Fun fact, the more Pikmin you have when you do a throw, the more damage it will do. In exchange though, you have less combos off blue Pikmin down throw, because a lot of times if someone's not like at 0 straight up, they get sent too far away for combos. So I don't like this Pikmin except when the opponent's at kill percents. It is water element, which generally isn't relevant in this game. It does have more health than average though, making it harder to kill, so that's relevant. But otherwise, this Pikmin is kind of whatever. Like I said, most Olimar players like don't really want to have blue Pikmin except for throw kill percents. I know Myron likes them a lot for really high damage down throw combos, and really doesn't stand out any other way. Average damage, average hitboxes, etc. White Pikmin. So one thing people don't know about white Pikmin is white Pikmin actually has increased grab range. So if you compare a white Pikmin grab to a red Pikmin grab, massive difference in grab range. Absurd difference. They also have a very low damage output on everything besides throws. These smashes and aerials do less damage than normal, and they're also less safe on block because of less damage, meaning less than like shield stun. They are also extremely fragile. Like they're the easiest Pikmin to kill by a landslide. They die to like pretty much any taps. However, the defining feature of white Pikmin, of course, is two things. One, the side B arc itself is very straight and very far, and the latch itself does absurd damage. Each latch is doing 5.6 damage, whereas a red Pikmin latch, for example, and every other Pikmin is like 2.4 damage. You're gonna see all of our players basically constantly trying to pressure you when they have white Pikmin out. They want to like hit you with a white Pikmin when you're being hit by like something else, like a purple or a forward air, so it can combo into a white latch, or they'll throw a white Pikmin at you and then like chase you aggressively, because if they can like grab you with white Pikmin on you, the damage from the latch and just like the combo they're doing will add up, and you'll take 100% easily. Also, fun fact, when the Pikmin's latched on you, there's like a weird mechanic where each latch causes a little bit of hit stun, meaning Olimar can combo easier when this Pikmin latched on you. So things like this, for example, with jab, jab, dash, jab, jab, can be true with Pikmin latched on you. Just fun little fact. I think it's the third best Pikmin. Really good. I like catching people off guard with like the grab range on them, especially with 3 Pikmin. And like I said, you can see a lot of more players really try to pressure with them. But a lot of times we also kind of just throw it and forget it, because you can't reliably keep white Pikmin alive, even if you're like saving it for the right moment. So we don't really bother with that. Also, I know someone's going to ask, hey, don't white Pikmin have a poison element? Surprisingly, no. Even though they do poison damage, the poison cloud from Piranha Plant's poison will block the white Pikmin. So, just fun little fact. Now, finally, purple Pikmin. Purple Pikmin are busted, of course. But let's talk about the weaknesses of them. They have lower than average range on smash attacks, meaning it's hard to hit sweet spot, harder to space with them, and really they're more just hard punish tools than anything else for that reason. Grab range is also shorter than average by a significant margin too. So you really have to get like up close with these to hit people with the strong attacks. But man, they hit hard. Their damage output is absurd. Significantly higher than even red Pikmin's damage output on smashes and aerials. As you can see, forward smash to 27, up smash to 24, and still combos, of course. Purple back air, absurd kill move. And down throw back air is a really nice kill setup with the red Pikmin down throw. Yeah, so purple Pikmin hit really hard. Are pretty safe on shield as well, because they have so much damage output, so like they have a lot of hit lag on shield. And of course, the most defining feature of purple is the side B arc and the side B itself, because the side B is a hitbox as opposed to a latch box. It can set up really good tech chases, of course, like do this into like tech chase jab lock. You can set up combos as well if you're close enough to a purple toss. Something like this, for example, can be a combo, which just becomes insane damage. Every Olimar player is just constantly trying to abuse the fact that this side B is broken. Absolutely like insane pressure. Insane on defense too. Like if someone's approaching you, you just start throwing out purple side Bs. It's so hard for people to get through that wall. And you know, when Olimar has 2 purples, it's called the Myron zone for a reason. Everyone's like, oh, what do I do? How do I fight this for a reason? Is there an answer to this? The answer is don't let Olimar get this in the first place. I don't want to say most Olimar players, but a lot of Olimar players basically specifically cycle out their lineup in order to get purples out. Like I will start games off by doing something like toss red, do yellow attack, toss blue, and just double pluck. Suddenly I have yellow, white, purple, which is an insane lineup for spacing, for damage output, and pressure. And then like, you know, I get rid of these Pikmin eventually, the yellow and the white by just throwing at the opponent. Pressure with side B without losing the Pikmin, have double purple, and then you just go crazy. And it's just like, well, good luck for the opponent. But yeah, that's all the Pikmin colors do. If I forgot something, let me know in the comments. I'll catch you guys later. Hopefully this is interesting.